Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your migration agent here. Today I would like to share with you the topic of role swapping. Now, what does that really mean? It's more of towards what the business innovations and skill visa, where a primary applicant, whether it's going to be the husband or the wife, and once they apply and being approved of 1AA visa, then during their stay they swapping their roles. So your partner, your spouse, whether it's going to be your husband or wife, become the main applicant at the time of lodging a permanent residency. Okay, so in order to actually give you a more of simpler picture of what it is when a lot of families they knew they had met the requirement of 1AA visa, which is traditionally known as 1AA and 1AA, where the applicants has been establishing businesses or had business histories in order, or investment histories in order to meet 1AA or 1AA visas. Now, after they get granted of the 1AA visas, they decided that the primary applicant still has a major businesses back home. Okay, so they are not able in meeting requirement or criteria to stay permanently by means of 183 days per year to meet that the threshold to change and transfer into a 888 permanent residency visa. Now, it's a little bit complicated, but if you are following the topic, you may know what I meant. Anyway, if you do have any other questions in regards what 1AA visa or what AAA visas are, I have done some videos previously. You can follow them or do some Google, or even if you have some queries, you're more than welcome to leave a comment below and I can answer you later. So anyway, goes back to the role swapping topic, and today I would like to take you to the actual policies within the law and regulations to explain what it actually meant. Okay, so now you can see that we are inside of the actual immigration system where you can read. Okay, I'm just maximizing the font so you can read it properly. Okay, so basically we are right here. So role swapping, as you can see. Now here it reads eligibility to apply as a role swapping. So in accordance with criteria specified in item 1104BA, which is the schedule 1 criteria for 1AA visa, an applicant who met primary criteria of the grant of the EB 1AA provisional visa in business innovation stream or extension or the investor stream, that basically meant those streams are 1AA and 1AA-B, okay, can swap roles. What does it mean? Swap roles means that the primary applicant and the secondary applicant or your spouse, we can swap role. Now, bear in mind, you cannot swap your role with your dependent kids or children. Okay, you cannot do that. Okay, so here it spells out it has to be your spouse or de facto partner by becoming the primary applicant when applying for EC AAA permanent visa. This is known as role swapping. So that whole paragraph basically explain once again of what I had just said at the beginning of this video. To be eligible to the grant of EC AAA permanent visa, the primary applicant must meet all criteria. So it must meet Schedule 1 of Item 1104BA4, Table Item 2, and 1104BA5, Table Item 2. So I will take you right straight into those tables, and that requires, unless exceptional circumstances exist, the person seeks to satisfy satisfy primary criteria for the permanent EC/AAA visa must hold a provisional business innovation or investment EB-1AA visa granted on the basis of having satisfied that the primary criteria for that visa. So again, this is really a lot of people going into a policy and law. It really spins your heads around. So basically what it meant is, as long as the spouse of the 1AA visa was granted on the basis that he or she was the spouse or partner of the primary visa holders, then at the time of lodging the PR, the partners can swap their roles. Okay, so the husband can stay back home in the country, continue to work on the businesses, especially nowadays with the internet age. A lot of business can still be controlled, or they run a manufacturer or factory, whatever that the business category is. They're required to still stay back in the home countries to work and operate the business. Then the partner can become the primary applicant because they can then stay in Australia with the children's, and then lodging the permanent residency visa. Okay, so let's go into those tables. I know it's a bit hustle and a bit, head shaking, but anyway, if you do have questions, feel free to comment below. I can help you out. So we're at the item 2 of that table 4. So basically it says, again, this is the actual law. Okay, so it says the applicant holds a subclass 1AA business innovation and investment provisional visa granted on the basis of applicant was the spouse. Here is the key: the spouse or de facto partner, so the partner or spouse of the person who held a subclass 1AA visa in the business innovation stream or business innovation extension stream. Here we go. So as long as you were granted on the basis of spouse or partner, so children or kids cannot be that role swapping position. Okay, only the spouse or the partner. So, and then we go to the number 4, item 2 as well. It basically says the same, because they got 2 tables, because one is for 1AA visa and one is for the investor stream 1AA visa. Okay, the applicant holds subclass 1AA visa granted on the basis the applicant was the spouse again, or the de facto partner of the person who held the 1AA visa in the investor stream. So that's 1AA B. Okay, so as long as you were granted as the partner or the spouse of the 1AA visas, then role swapping is allowed. Okay, so it's actually very vital for a lot of family with kids. Okay, a family with kids, so the primary applicant can utilize his background to actually lodge for the business visa, and then once it's granted, you can swap roles. The partner or the spouse can then take the children, arriving in Australia, get them settled, okay, and continuously stay and live in Australia in order to meet the AAA permanent residency criteria. This is called role swapping, and during that time, the original 1AA primary applicant can then return back to the home country and continue to run and operate the business. So that actually makes it sense. The Australian government is very, very how do I say it? It's very nice in the way where they back a couple of years ago they did try to scrap this role swapping tactics or policies, but then they revive the policy back, because they understand that as a family in order to sustain the business where they have established or back home, obviously they don't want it to be abandoned. Okay, unlike migrations back 10 or 20 years ago, where a family trying to migrate, they will obviously sold all their property, sold all their assets, close down their old business, and move entirely to a new country. But nowadays, because of the technologies, these kind of conduct or pathway is no longer a trend, what I should say. So then having a role swapping policy in place actually helps and enhance a lot of migrant families being able to settle better in Australia while they still have that business running in the other side of the planet or globe. Okay, so that's today's video. Basically explained a little bit of what role swapping within 1AA visa is. Should you have further question or query about this, you're more than welcome to leave a comment below. Now, finally, I would like to invite you to consider subscribe to my channel, as well I will have more and more English explanation of detailed law and regulation and policies of Australian visa, and to allow you to finalize and strategically plan ahead for your upcoming Australian settlements. Thank you for your viewing. I see you for next video.